I'm Captain CL Jessup, call sign code red, your Deputy Commodore here in TACAMO. Earlier this week, I sent you all a very pointed and direct email about my desire to sit down and talk with you about what is going on in our country. I hear that email has started a lot of churn and discussion. That is good. Some of you may believe that what is going on in our country does not apply to you. Well, let me remind you of some words we all committed to. I state your name, do solemnly swear to support and defend the Constitution of the United States of America against all enemies, foreign and domestic. Ring a bell? Now I encourage you to go and read Article 14 of the Constitution. What happened to Mr. George Floyd was an injustice on his constitutional rights. So yes, I am outraged. And you have the right to be outraged also. Now the looting, the violent riots are very negative detractors from the larger cause. And those that are participating in those acts should be held accountable. But after the outrage, and you calm down, ask yourself, what can I do to make this country better? Our Navy better? When I served in Iraq back in 2007 and 2008, the group of friends that I made over there were all shades of color. And we used to sit around a fire at night with a cigar in one hand and an M4 rifle in the other, solving all the world's problems and issues. We didn't always agree, but we had a conversation and a peaceful discussion. That is what a peaceful protest is about. Requesting to have a discussion about an injustice and coming to a solution that both sides can agree upon that results in justice. We also call that diplomacy. Currently, we're going through a pandemic right now with COVID-19. DoD guidance currently states for us to refrain from large group gatherings and settings. Please continue to do that and follow the regulations. And that is for the safety of us all. But you have the right to be upset, and you also have the right to protest. Yes, as a military service man or woman, but not in uniform and not on duty. I urge you all to remember we are held at a higher standard and operate at a higher ethical code. Continue to hold that standard and to be the example of others in the community to emulate. With that, I encourage you all to become more active in your communities. You may ask, how can I as one person or individual make a difference? Community service, from sports leagues, church groups, boys and girls clubs, shelters, food banks, you name it. If you want others to emulate the higher ethical code you hold yourself to, then they must be able to see it. Support and volunteer in your local communities. Race remains one of the most difficult topics to discuss in the workplace. But the need to have the candid, respectful dialogue with colleagues on this topic has never been more crucial than now. People will perceive and act and react to these and other situations differently, depending on their backgrounds, experiences, and understanding. Many people don't know what a African American man goes through on a daily basis. And they never will. Just as I don't know what it feels like to be any other race. The Navy is made up of people from different races, religions, and gender. And that is what makes us great. But never think that you know what a person is feeling if you have never walked a day in their shoes. So get to know them and have a conversation and let them know what you think and feel. And they can do the same. So we can understand each other. I don't have all the answers to ensuring the Navy and this great country improves its diverse and inclusive culture, where all men and women are given the same opportunities for success without racial or gender bias. But I am trying every day to ensure everyone here in TACAMO is given a fair and unbiased opportunity at every level, from our senior officers to our most junior sailor. Each and every one of you are vitally important, and I want each of you to succeed, promote, and grow without racism, discrimination, unjust treatment, or disrespect in any form. This didn't happen overnight, and it won't get fixed overnight. But the way that you eat an elephant is one bite at a time. And I can guarantee you this: what you do today can't change what happened in the past. But what you do today can change tomorrow. Join me in being the catalyst for a better tomorrow. Thank you for your time.